Hi everybody. Oh, sorry. I was getting Instagram ready to go. Hi. Woo. Hey people. Hi. Sorry about that. I wasn't ready. Clearly, like, I just wasn't ready. Hi everybody. What's going on? Hi. I know this is weird this time of day, right? Well, get used to it because we got a lot to do over the next couple of days. My goal is to make sure everybody's ready for holiday, and we're gonna do some cooking. So if you're on my mailing list, all 101,000 of you on my mailing list, I just sent you an email, right? So you should check out your email. Because I just sent it to you, and what I told you in the email is I gave you the schedule. I gave you the schedule of our cooking classes over the next couple of days. So we're doing classes now. Today's Friday. We're going to do them on tomorrow, Saturday. We're going to do them on Sunday. We're going to do them on Monday, and we're going to do it on Tuesday. Okay? So my Lord Jesus, we have 32 amazing recipes we need to go through. I just sent the email. Check your spam to make sure you have it. If you're not on the mailing list, you gotta get on. You go to DariusCooks.tv. It'll pop up, and then you can, give me your email address that way. Or right on the side, if you scroll down some, you'll see it. It's right there. And it says, sign up for the mailing list. Okay? Now, I got my grocery from, let me see how I can position you so we can go through this. I picked up groceries from, Instacart delivered, actually. I actually don't go to the grocery store that often anymore. So Instacart delivered most of what I needed for today. So I figure we start by just sort of unboxing the groceries that are here. We'll start by just sort of unboxing what's already here, okay? So we can see where we're headed. So here's what we got. So we got some cranberry action, right? Fresh cranberries are all the rage. So I'm gonna use that in a second. Later on, we're gonna do appetizers tomorrow. And the appetizers we're gonna do tomorrow are gonna include this phyllo dough. So that's gonna be good. We're going to do a salad with a white Hennessy vinaigrette. So that's going to be good for that. Look, we got oranges. We need one of those for now. So we'll keep that on pause. Look, we got a red onion. We got some, these are scallions ready to go. We have some lime. Look at this. A couple of limes, because we're going to use the limes today, actually. We're going to use one of the limes today, okay? So look, all this good produce. And we got some cheese, because of course this can't be holiday without mac and cheese. This is a super buy at the grocery store. I always buy the onion pepper mix already ready to go, okay? This is the Trinity one with the tomato and the whatnot apple cider vinegar. Okay, we got some of that. And we got ketchup. You know why? It's because we're gonna end up making some chicken meatballs with this sauce. That's in my new, cookbook. It's in my new book you can download by going to DariusCooks.tv. And you can save, like a microphone. You can save 40% by using the code above701.com at checkout, okay? All right, let's see what else we have. We have or we have spinach, okay? Because we're gonna do a spinach salad with like some candied bacon. So this is gonna be good, okay? And then look, of course, I pick up all the cheese in the world. You know why, okay? You know why I'm here. All right, elbows. I've got lovely fresh salmon. And then look, this is what I get. This is the ground chicken that I get to use for the chicken meatballs that I'm gonna show you. All right, a little bit of Dijon mustard, because you can't make your vinaigrettes without your Dijon mustard. Well, you could, but it wouldn't be the same if you ask me, okay? All right, look. We have lovely, this is brie, okay? Brie cheese, because we're gonna put the brie cheese with the apple and the bacon and stuff for tomorrow, okay? And then look at me. Now, you know, I'm a proponent of using this in your dressing. So this is cream of chicken, but you could use cream of whatever, like cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, it doesn't matter. Cream of celery, okay. Hello, because you're gonna have the bomb mac and cheese this year by using the smoked Gouda, okay? You're gonna have the bomb mac and cheese because we're gonna use smoked Gouda, okay? I got lump crab meat because we're gonna do that hot crab dip with the lump crab meat. And then look, now you could make the guacamole from scratch. You could make the guacamole from scratch. You could. But why? We're gonna use a prepared guac for our appetizer for tomorrow, okay? Look, always have good dairy on hand, so I've got some half and half. I have some buttermilk ready to go. And then let's see, what else do we need? Last bag. Okay. Now, the reason you want to tune in is because we're going to serve the hot crab dip in these. We're going to make little bread bowls, and we're going to serve the hot crab dip in these, okay? And I have these because we're going to soak this in some half and half, and then we're going to mix this into the ground chicken, and this is what's going to give us a nice moist chicken meatball, okay? Stay with me, all right? Grab your pens, grab your papers, we're going there, okay? And then obviously some of this for the mac and cheese. Okay, so I think what we should do first is we should get started on, let's do the cranberry sauce first, okay? So I've got some cranberries, whole fresh cranberries. Now you could use the frozen, but sometimes the frozen cranberries, they have the seeds in them, and they're just, I don't know. I like the fresh ones better. So I'm just gonna plop fresh ones in here, and I'm gonna give these a rinse, right? Just to sort of wash off any unnecessary stuff that's in here. Okay, so fresh cranberries, rinsed, right? This is easy. I'm gonna show you how to make the most epic, amazing, simple cranberry sauce you can name, okay? Now, cranberries are tart, so we need some sugar in here. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more sugar right in here, right? So look, cranberries and sugar. That's it so far, okay? Now, I'm gonna grab one of my favorite kitchen tools in the whole wide world. No, it's not butter. I'm gonna grab a microplane, right? This is one of my favorite kitchen tools, literally of all time, because it's kind of like you can get so much flavor out of whatever you need to do. So the thing about cranberry sauce is you have to infuse it with good flavor, right? So this is gonna be a tequila lime cranberry sauce. So obviously, I'm just gonna zest, all right, some of the lime. And the way you do this is you hold it and then you just sort of rub the citrus up and down. And then if you look at the board, you can sort of see what happens, right? You can sort of see that the zest falls off. Now, the reason this is so epic and so important is because inside of the zest is where a lot of the essential oils are, right? And the key to doing this is making sure that you're not going too far deep in the skin of your citrus, right? Because then you get the white part, and that's kind of bitter. So that's a lime, and I'm probably just gonna do like a half an orange, right? Because I don't wanna do a whole lot of orange. I mean, you could, nothing wrong with it. And then like, the thing about this is you could play around. So I'm using orange, but you can use grapefruit, tangelos, tangerines, you know, sort of any citrus that you like. Meyer lemon if you wanted to do some of that. So you can let your imagination grow wild. So look, now we have the zest of the lemon, or the orange, and the lime here, right? So I'm just gonna pick up the zest. Take a look at what that microplane does. You see how feathery, oh well. You see how nice and feathery this is? So you get a good amount of zest. Now this is a very like inexpensive microplane. It's not a brand name. It's like, it literally just says microplane, right? It just says microplane. It says microplane blade made in the USA. So it's made by Microplane, right? You get it off Amazon for like, I don't know, 10 bucks or something like that, okay? Let me get a knife because I want to cut inside. Now, this is the way I get my juice out of citrus. You've seen me do this, but I've never really explained it to you. So I get a fork, because the fork is going to be the best way to get all of your citrus juice out of whatever you're doing. So I'm going to juice like a half an orange and then the whole lime. So what I like to do is I'll stick a fork right inside like this, and then I'll twist whatever I'm juicing right into the whatever I'm using. So this is a pot, obviously. But if you twist it around, look at that. You get all the juice that's in here, right? So even if you know how sometimes like limes and lemons will be a little stingy with the juice, this is how you can make sure you're getting all of the flavor. I just stick a fork in and I just run the fork around the inside of whatever I'm juicing. So this lime, for example, right? Same thing with the orange, right? I just put it in the middle, very simple, right? And then I'm just going to twist it and get as much juice off as I can, okay? Now, I'm not gonna add too much liquid because this is really gonna make its own juice. As soon as these cranberries start to like pop and stuff, they'll make their own juice. What do I need? Oh, some tequila. Hello. All right, so this is tequila lime, right? So I've got some Patron that I'm gonna put in here as well, okay? So this is it, y'all. Patron, let's use all of it. Patron for the tequila. And you could use any brand of tequila you want. So that one was Patron, but you know, if you got like a Tito's or, I don't know, Don Julio or something, go for it, okay? The cranberries are in here. The citrus, take a look. The citrus is in here. The cranberries are in here. The sugar is in here. The juice of all of what you need is in here, then you're good to go, okay? Now, I'm gonna pop in a cinnamon stick, okay? If you have it, good. If not, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna pop in one cinnamon stick because this is really gonna make this taste like, you know, holiday. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna warn you. So this is good by itself, or to be honest with you, I also like it as like a condiment on like ice cream or over yogurt. I mean, it's that good of a situation that I think you guys are gonna really enjoy that. So I'm just gonna pop it on the stove, right? For, oh, I don't know, 10-ish minutes. And the idea is what'll happen is that the cranberries will start to like burst and like pop open. And that's the fun part that all of us love about making homemade cranberry sauce, is that they'll start to pop. Now, you can do a couple things. If you want, you could cook this until all of the cranberries pop, but that's so like 2004. Okay? Okay? If you cook this to the cranberry, I mean, it's like 2004. We're 2017, about to be 2018. So what I like to do is I like some texture. So I like some of the cranberries to be popped and some of them to still be whole. So I'll watch it just to make sure that I'm not going too far. And that's it. Now, the thing about cranberries you have to know is that cranberries have what's called pectin, P-E-C-T-I-N. It's the same thing you find in the skin of an apple, okay? Cranberries have pectin, and so when pectin is heated and then cooled, it coagulates, okay? When pectin heats and then cools, it coagulates. So you know how you're looking for your cranberry sauce to jelly some? It'll do it naturally because the fruit naturally has enough pectin that once we cook it and then cool it, it'll automatically thicken up on its own, right? So you're good to go. Now, this could totally be a day before thing, a 3 days before thing. That's why I'm doing it today, so that you know you don't have to wait until the last minute to make your cranberry sauce. This could have been done yesterday if you wanted to, okay? If you wanted to, you could have did this yesterday. No, let me stop. Okay, you could have did this yesterday if you wanted to. Okay. Now listen, let's talk about gravy from scratch. This is the problem that so many people have. So, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and let's walk through how to make the perfect gravy from scratch, because it's not hard to do, okay? So the first thing I'm going to start with some onion, because you need flavor bases. You need flavor bases for a gravy, right? So I'm going to do a couple of tablespoons of onion that I'm just going to chop up. And actually, let me get a garbage bowl because it'll make my life so much easier. Okay, hold on, here we go. So this is the garbage bowl. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and do some chops. And I'm only going for a couple of tablespoons, that's it. Now normally, I'll tell you a quick story. Normally, I get the onion already chopped, but you know, every time you do a different Instacart shopper, sometimes you have, you know, different things that they're going to bring you. So unfortunately, he didn't bring me onion that was chopped. He brought me peppers that were chopped and tomatoes that were chopped, but no onion. So I got to put some onion. And if your gravy's not starting with this combination, we have a problem, people. You have a problem if your homemade gravy's not starting with this. Okay, so a couple of tablespoons of both pepper, okay, and onion. And already it smells great. So I'm going to put some oil in here. Now this is gravy, okay? This is gravy, so you need oil. And we're probably going to add some more oil because you know what this is? Gravy. So if you're watching your weight, don't eat this, okay? All right, let me put it on. I just want to start to saute this down. Actually, I don't even want to saute it down. I kind of want to sweat it out some, right? Because what sauteing will do is turn it too brown too quickly. And that's not really what I want, okay? Now, follow me. Because a lot of times you guys go, it doesn't turn out the way I would have made it, or whatever the case may be. Look at what I did. I took a cold pan. It wasn't on the heat. I put onion in the pan. I put diced peppers into a pan with a lot of oil. Done, okay? I have it on the stove. I'm gonna cook it over medium heat. I'm not frying these. This is not up high, right? So if your stove goes, mine goes from 1 to 9. So put it at 5, All right, put it somewhere in the middle and let it make love to each other. All right, that way you're not frying it, you're sort of slowly cooking it. Okay, now, I don't care what you say, but to me, nothing says gravy like a good flavor base. So the onions are important, the peppers are important, and then so is the garlic, okay? So these are all things that taste really well all together. So I'm just gonna mince some garlic, okay? So there's a few garlic cloves. And believe it or not, the gravy can also be made ahead of time too. All right, so this is 5 cloves of garlic that I'm just gonna mince and then chop up. Okay, now these are the holidays. Okay, this is the holiday. Please do not buy pre-chopped garlic. If you're not making it from scratch and using fresh, do not buy pre-chopped garlic. Leave that little stuff in a jar in the grocery store. Get this, okay? What kind of knife am I using? Believe it or not, a Walmart knife. This knife came from Walmart. I just bought a knife sharpener. That's it. So I sharpened the knife. Let me show you. I'll show you. So I just buy a knife sharpener like this. This was from Amazon. It was probably 30 bucks, right? You cut it on and you put the knife in. $12 knife, it sharpens for you. That's it. That's it. $12 knife, it sharpens for you. So I don't use expensive knives. I just bought an electric knife sharpener. There's several on the market. I can't show you this brand because I'm not endorsing it and they haven't given me a paycheck, okay? They haven't given me a paycheck, so I can't show you. Okay, but I don't spend lots of money on knives. I just get a regular knife, okay, and then that's it. All right, let me take you over to the stove because I want you guys to see what's happening over on the stove, okay? So look, so you can see that, first of all, our cranberry sauce is really sort of going at it. It's bubbling away, and look, some of the cranberries have started to break down. This is it. I mean, this is literally how simple this whole process is. I told you it was like, it's crazy how crazy, stupid, easy this is, okay? So this is it. I'm gonna take the cranberry sauce off of the heat and then let it cool, and then once it cools down, I'll put it into a container and then store it in the fridge. And then now, just like that, literally, I have my cranberry sauce done. Now again, look at me. See, I like some texture with mine. I don't like all my cranberries chopped all the way down fine, but this is me, okay? If you wanna go 5 more minutes, go 5 more minutes. It's completely up to you, okay? But that's just your fresh cranberry sauce, and it's gonna coagulate and become jellified like what you're used to in the can. Okay, onions and peppers doing lovely things, right? Look at this. This smells good. It's nothing but onions and peppers, okay? Let's add the garlic. And then notice I'm not adding the garlic first. I'm adding the garlic last because what can happen is your garlic can burn and become bitter. So when you use fresh garlic, you don't want to add it first in the pot, okay? Now, I'm going to just give this a little bit of salt. That's it. And then I'm going to put some peppercorns in my pepper grinder. Let's take a break and do that. I got to put peppercorns, in my pepper grinder. So a couple of things to note. I typically love using like fresh cracked pepper. You guys always see me cracking my own pepper into dishes. I don't really use the canned stuff a whole lot. Now, I'm not opposed to using it. I will use it. I just think you get so much more of a good perfume. There's a word. You get a good perfume when you grate and crack in your own pepper, right? And it's not expensive. This is like $4, and it'll last you for like a month, right? So it's not pricey at all, right? And look, 1 jar goes in. This will last you like the whole month. This pepper grinder, there's several on the market. They're so inexpensive. This was probably like, I don't know, $5. It's like $5, right? $5. And then what you can do is you can set to the coarseness that you like. So if you like fine ground pepper, then you can set it to fine ground, right? If you like medium ground, you set it to medium. If you like big, coarse chunks of pepper, like me, then you leave it on big coarse, okay? So let's throw in now some pepper into the situation. Okay, let's take you back over here. So we're making gravy from scratch. Cranberry sauce is done. Like, your holidays are going to be lit. Okay, I like a lot of pepper. I'm going to end up putting even more pepper in here, right? But I just want to build layers of flavor. Now, this is it so far. Onion and garlic. Now, we're going to get some flour in here. And I already told you we're going to need some more oil. I told you that, right? So here we go. Another tablespoon or so of oil needs to go in there. Now, I've got my heat all the way up now. I'm going to be cooking now. So the heat, I've increased the heat to really sort of get in here. You see the vegetables, look, they're nice and sweated, past tense, sweated. They're not browned. I didn't fry these, you know what I'm saying? I just cooked them on a medium heat to release the flavors of the veggies. Okay. I'm going to add in a couple of tablespoons of flour. Just like that. Okay? I am going to mix the flour with the oil. This is why we add enough oil, because if you do not mix your flour with your oil, it will become very, very pasty and be a food. Okay? Now, this is the part where you can't get on the phone. I don't want you guys calling your girlfriends at this point. I don't want you guys, you know, hollering at the kids. At this point, this is where you have to become very, very careful about what happens, because we're now making a roux. And this can literally go from dark to burnt in a matter of seconds, okay? So you want to watch it. Now, we want to cook the flour taste out just a little bit. So if I was making like a pot pie, I would be done, right? But now what I want to do is I want to go a little further with this, okay? And I want to get this a little darker, and this is what's going to help the color and the flavor of our gravy. And that's why my heat is up, okay? So I'm just going to let that cook for a little bit. I'm going to stir it, and then I'm just going to talk to you for a second so that we can sort of recap where we are so far, okay? So look at what happens with our cranberry sauce. You see how, can you see this? You see how the cranberry sauce is like mushy now, right? So I don't like to let it go too far, because I like this. This is a cute presentation. This is about, listen, this is about impressing people. This is about, you know, sort of elevating, you know, what you normally have. So this is it. It's very simple. You saw me make it. That's the tequila lime cranberry sauce. It's going to go great on what you normally use your cranberry sauce for now, okay? Also, let me say this, okay? So I just sent out to 101,000 of you who are on my email list all of the 33 recipes that we're going to do for holiday, okay? If you have any questions about anything we're doing, I will be answering your questions live. Just email me, Darius@DariusCooks.com, and then I'll be able to answer your questions. The reason why it's hard to answer now is because literally I'm on Instagram, Facebook Live, on my fan page, and on my personal page. So it's hard to get to everybody's question. But if you shoot me an email about whatever we're doing, I will answer your email, okay? Also, now watch this. A lot of times people say they want new recipes for the holiday. I created a digital cookbook just for you, okay? The digital cookbook is available at DariusCooks.tv. It is 101 brand new recipes for your holiday table, okay? So you can literally go right now to DariusCooks.tv, click the download button, and you will be able to get this new book. Now, the book normally retails for $49. You're getting it today for $29.40 as long as you use the discount code above701.com, okay? So it's there for you. Also, the first book, my first cookbook, Stories from My Grandmother's Kitchen, it is also available for you right now at DariusCooks.tv, okay? So I'm ready for you, okay? I'm ready for you. Now, we're making this gravy. What you just saw me do was I just sauteed down some onion. Let me show you. I sauteed down some onion. I sauteed down some garlic and some peppers, right? I've added in that oil. And what I'm doing now is I'm just cooking the flour and the oil together until everything sort of turns like a mushy, like dark color, right? And the further you go, the darker your gravy, okay? Now, this is good for me. I'm good with this color. It smells great in here. Now, you can add water, but we're not adding water. We're going to add in chicken stock. So I've got canned chicken stock. Okay? So we're going to add in. And we're just going to stir, stir, stir. It's going to thicken up almost immediately. And I'm going to show you a couple of tricks, right, that I like to do. So this is chicken stock. I'm adding in 4 cups of chicken stock to this, okay? 4 cups. All right. Now, as soon as this comes to a boil, I'm going to lower the heat for you, and then I'm going to season this, because right now this has not been seasoned, okay? This just has little crispy bits of onion and crispy bits of garlic and crispy bits of peppers floating through it, but it really hasn't been seasoned, okay? Look at that. So you see why we constantly stir? You see why, you know, we do what we do? We cook out that flour taste because this is what we're going for. Okay, now I'm gonna put this on like a medium heat. It'll start to boil. Here's my secret. I like adding beef stock and chicken stock, okay? But if you add the beef stock, what happens is you get too much liquid. So I like to do chicken stock and then I'll add in a beef bouillon, okay? That's the secret. One beef bouillon is gonna give us some complexity. And then of course bouillon has some salt in it, so it'll give us some of the salt flavor we need as well, okay? Now, this definitely needs to be seasoned, so let's work on seasoning the gravy. This is how I season my gravy, okay? First, I'm gonna add in some granulated onion powder, okay? You need this. This is onion powder. It gives it a zip and a complexity that's really good, right? So there's the onion powder. Then, I've got some of those dried Italian herbs that I love so much. This has the basil and the oregano and the thyme and all that good stuff. It's all in there, okay? I'm also gonna add in some granulated garlic, because wherever you see me use onion powder, typically I'm gonna use garlic powder as well. So I'm gonna put in some garlic powder. And then lastly, one of my favorite ingredients is ground fennel. So I love ground fennel. This is ground fennel seed. You can find this almost anywhere these days. And it's delicious. Okay, we're gonna come in here, give this a stir, and look what we have. Let me put some more black pepper in here, because I like a lot of black pepper in mine. I love like a lot of black pepper. Like tons of black pepper in mine. Ugh. Look at it boiling. Do you see it like bubbling already? Can you see? Ugh. And this is it, y'all. I mean, people always say gravy is so hard to make. I'm like, no, it's very simple. Look at this. Okay. Now, let me give it a taste because I don't know if it needs any more salt or not. But let's taste it and see. Nope. It needs nothing. It needs nothing. Look at this. You see that? Look at this. And now your gravy's ready for whatever you want. So if you like gravy on your dressing, you can put gravy on. Look at this. I want to show you. Like, look at how gorgeous this is. You see how silky smooth that is? Okay. And this is good. Now, you can put your chicken in this to smother your chicken. Whatever you got going on, you can put this right in here, and it'll be good to go. Okay? So there's our gravy. Put that on a low. And the longer it cooks, if you like it thicker, it'll thicken. Look at our cranberry sauce. Let me show you this. Let me show you the cranberry sauce. And what I like to do is I'll just get a bowl like this, right? And then I'll just dump the cranberry sauce right into a serving bowl and then put it right into the fridge, right? Look, it's already started thickening. Like it's already starting to thicken, right? Look at this. All right, fresh cranberry sauce from scratch. There you go. Okay, and again, like I said, and I just want to show you this because I want you guys to see the difference. Let me get a towel. This is hot. If you cook your gravy a little bit longer, right, what'll happen is that your gravy will thicken for you, okay? If you cook it a little longer, and if you're cooking your gravy and you're doing it in advance, you don't want it to be too thick because then you're going to be SOL when it comes time to serve your gravy. You see what I'm saying? So you want a nice sort of consistency on the gravy, and you can see just by sheer cooking this, 5 more minutes, you can see just how thick this is going to get on you, okay? So there you go. That's how you make the perfect gravy, right? And that is also how you make the perfect pan or pot or container or whatever you want to call it of the tequila lime cranberry sauce. Okay, don't forget, I'm getting back on. I'm on every day. So I'm going to be on today, now, obviously. Tonight I'll be on. And twice a day I'm live cooking from now until Wednesday or Tuesday night. So we have 32 recipes. We just did 2. We've got 30 more to go. If you want to grab on the mailing list, you can do that. I'll shoot you out the schedule again. So just go to DariusCooks.tv. Also, if you want to grab any of the cookbooks, one cookbook is an immediate download, so you get it right now on your device. It has the shopping list and all that good stuff in it. That is 101 recipes for your holiday table. You can grab that right now at DariusCooks.tv. And the first cookbook, Stories from My Grandmother's Kitchen, is also available right now by going to DariusCooks.tv as well. All right, the discount code to use to save 40% is above701.com, D-O-T-C-O-M, okay? Or just look at any of my previous photos from the last couple of days and you will see in everything I posted, there is the link and the discount code. All right, guys, I'll see you guys later on. Remember, whenever you cook with love, you always feed the soul. All right, food is my life, it's my food. Until later on tonight, y'all, I want to wish you happy cooking from my heart to yours. Bye.